Hello. Welcome to this video in which I am going to talk about and give my opinion after day one of playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare's new free-to-play Battle Royale Warzone. Now, granted, if you don't know what Warzone is and just think, it's Battle Royale like I just stated it is, there's actually another mode to it called Plunder. Now, if you're curious as to think, this, Call of Duty Modern Warfare looks okay, I wouldn't mind trying their Battle Royale, but I don't, buy myself this new Call of Duty game. It's okay. Warzone is free to play on all platforms. You can just download it. If you don't have it though, it's gonna take about a good chunk of your space. But being that I had Call of Duty, it wasn't that much of a download. It was only like 17 gigs for me. But I heard it's like 80 to 100 gigs depending upon your platform. And the thing is, also, if you don't know, it is cross-play because Call of Duty Modern Warfare has cross-play too because they're like big kind of Battlefield-esque mode, ground war. It's was such a undertaking. There was like no possible way to have it probably without crossplay. It also has cross save progression. So, say if you play on PC and thought I want to try this on Xbox. See how it feels there. You can like take your character over to Xbox and then back to PC if you want to. And if you were progressing through the battle pass and these guns are cool and what I wouldn't mind getting Call of Duty. All your save goes over. Everything you've progressed into the aspects of ranking up your weapons and whatnot in the Battle Royale, and I want to really try these weapons and try the modes in Call of Duty. It'll progress. Once you unlock Call of Duty Modern Warfare from the purchase, your guns will be there at the level at which you saw them be. So that's nice. But yeah, we won't be much. I keep saying we a lot of times. I'm sorry. It's probably from the aspects of watching other YouTubers and stuff. But I will not be discussing aspects of Plunder. I have not played it. I've only played the Battle Royale version of Warzone. Now, if you're not sure what Plunder is, best info I can give is basically it's kind of like Battle Royale aspects, but instead of there being no respawns, there are respawns, and the goal is to have as much money at the end of the game as possible. Hence the name Plunder. You're trying to get money from contracts, from killing players and whatnot, what have you, but it just didn't seem like my type of game, so I haven't really touched it. I've only played the Battle Royale for a few hours. Now, my thought on the Battle Royale aspect is it is nice, it is interesting, it is fun, and being, I've know the controls and the aspects of the gunplay and whatnot of the different aspects to this game, I fairly caught on easy on what stuff to do here and there. But overall, it's a fun game. Few issues, nothing major. Like I'm sure you've heard, like it's the way you have of choices of how you wish to play in the battle royale is you can have solos, duos, or trios. There is no squads at the moment, and there's only 150 players. They hoped, if you seen how this works currently, to bump it up to 200 players. I'm not too sure how if that is possible, but we'll see. Because there was like one time, actually, before I get to that point, let me discuss the aspects of one of the issues, which is, like I said, it was supposed to be solos, duos, and trios. But currently, there is only trios. There's no duos and there is no solos. The only way you can play in that aspects of solos and duos is if you turn Phil off on the aspects of when you're playing the modes. That way you can just be by yourself or have a single person with you that you want to play and not have to worry about a rando in any way. You can, but you will be going into a game basically like squads. You'll be basically soloing squads, but instead of it being 4 players, it's 3 players in a group. So there's no solos and duos at launch, which sucks. Because I wanted to try it out first just by myself, be by myself and have fun in the aspects of solos. But being that there was no solos, like, whatever, fine, we'll do this because it's the same kind of aspects of, say, Apex Legends. But there is an aspect to it, kind of like Apex Legends, that doesn't work the same, though. And that is you have basically what is a jump master. And the reason why I say it doesn't work here is because you don't go out with that person. You jump by yourself only. There's no like okay, I'm gonna jump and these people are gonna come with me. No, that's not how it works. You can like add on the aspects of being the jump master when you want to, but you don't actually jump with them automatically. You have to jump by choice yourself. So that's just kind of odd how they have that aspect where it's like, okay, you're jump master, but it means nothing. Whatever. They do have a pinging system in there like Apex, but it's kind of weird being that instead of it being like say if you have an Xbox controller like I do because I play on Xbox, instead of being like one of the bumpers, which I believe it's right bumper, to tag things, it's up on the D-pad. So you want to peek something like here's something you hit up on the D-pad when you're looking at it. You say I'm going over here. You hit up on the D-pad. You bring up the map and say do that way. But if you want to mark an enemy, say or there's like an enemy over there that you saw but you don't still see them currently, you just hit up on the D-pad twice. You gotta boom boom hit it. Otherwise, it's gonna mark it like I'm going over here. It's weird. Even if you see the enemy and you try to mark them, you still have to hit up on the D-pad twice, I believe. Otherwise, you're just saying I'm going here. It's weird. It's odd. Because right bumper is to throw a grenade or just a lethal of what you have, because you have frag grenade, you have sticky grenade, basically you have a throwing knife, and there are aspects in the way which you can have perks in here. There's two different ways, kind of. What actually not perks? There is perks, but there's what was known in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare aspects of the game itself called field upgrades. Now you can have a basically a choice of 4 different field upgrades if you come across them. There is what is known as munition, which helps fill up your inventory ammo-wise completely of what you got. So if you have an AR, SMG, shotgun, sniper, whatever, it'll fill it up with that. There's heavy ammo rounds. Basically, you get a clip of basically heavier damaging rounds, so it's easier to kill or down somebody. You have a recon drone which can fly around for a bit of time, and basically if you're looking at an enemy, it'll auto mark them unless they have a certain perk. But like I said, we'll get to that here in a second. And then lastly, there is dead silence, which basically is like when you activate it for about, say, I think it's 10 seconds, maybe 15, possibly somewhere in between there. I don't know exact time. You basically make no audio sound, so you can if you're near enemies, you can hear their footsteps much easier, and you wouldn't make any footsteps as you moved along yourself. So you can get yourself a nice good surprise. There's also kill streaks in some way, but we'll get, like I said, that in there in a second. Gunplay, like I said, it's just like if you play Modern Warfare so far, it's this same. It's built off that engine and game itself, basically. So but it's developed by like 5, 6, I believe, maybe. I think it's 5. I'm not sure, but like different developers to make it to be the thing that it is, which is awesome. It is, but like I said, there's like just small bit of issues here. Like I said, just the no solos and duos yet, or squads, and the Apex jump master that basically isn't a jump master. Uh, and the thing is with the weapons though is they automatically have certain attachments to it. So you want to have say a sniper scope on this weapon, well, too bad. That's how it works because there's different rarities to certain weapons. So if you wanted like a Winchester without a sniper scope, sorry, it only has this sniper scope. Kind of, and I'm not saying that it does, but I'm just giving that as an example. So it's also a good thing being that you don't have to fiddle around with attachments or have to worry about them being in your backpack. And the inventory, the way it works, is simplistic, I say. There's ammo. The way in which you auto pick it up, it holds in your inventory. Say kind of like I would say probably Fortnite. It holds in there just in a certain to a certain amount. You don't have to worry about like say Apex or PUBG. You have to worry about this much ammo here for that much ammo there for that weapon. It all accumulates to a certain point, so you don't have to worry about overfilling yourself with ammo. It all accumulates off to the side by itself, so you don't have to micromanage that shit. But you can only have like certain lethal and a certain would be basically a support kind of grenade. Smoke, flashbang, decoy grenade, like a little recon grenade thing that you just throw out. It jumps up, bursts, and quickly shows you if there's any enemies around within a certain parameter or I guess area. But yeah, you can only have certain like those. Like so, if you only have frag grenades and see the sword knife, well, you have to choose between the two. And you can only have I think up to 2 of each. And there's like an offside to where you would have kind of I'd say like I said the what would not the munition I guess you just munitions, heavy ammo, what have you, recon drone. You can only have one of those at one time given, and it's basically off by itself. So if you have say like I said Xbox like me, to deploy you have to hit both bumpers. The way I was talking about perks earlier is there's this area you can buy things, like you can buy more armor plating, you can buy what would be kill streaks, like a UAV, a drone, not a drone strike. I guess it would be kind of a drone strike. It's like this multi missile strike that does a bit of damage. You have a air raid, basically, like these two warthogs come in, blast in a certain area. You know, uh, UAV. There's not much to it. There's also you could via this fire station if your person doesn't come back via the gulag, which I'll talk about here in a second. You can buy them back. It's 4,500 each time. The amount never goes up. But you also can buy this thing called a basically a care package is what it is. It's allows you to be able to equip what uh, say loadout you have. It's a loadout care package. So you throw it, and it also comes in automatically. It's like I said, it's like a care package, but you can buy it yourself if you want to. It's the most expensive thing in this area. So if you want to go to this buy station, it's marked on uh, the fuck what is map? There we go. The map as a shopping cart. So if you see a shopping cart, that is the buy station. But like I said, you can buy, like I said, your kill streaks. You can buy the munitions thing if you want to, get ammo for you and your team. You can buy a UAV, your team back. You can also buy what is a respawn. Oh, not a respawn, self revive. Now, no one's really talked about this on how it works, but I will for you since I've experienced how it works. It's not like if you die, you go past what is known as the gulag. Like I said, I'm going to hear that in a second. What it is if you get down, you can self revive yourself. So even if your two teammates are dead and they can't come back via the gulag, because like I said, talk about that in a second. You can actually self revive if you get down. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't work where if you die, you can bring yourself back easily. It's just if you get down, you can bring yourself back up. It's basically if you play Apex Legends, it's the gold shield. You can self revive yourself. And there's back to the basic care package. Like I said, you can bring in whatever loadout you want of whatever weapons you have, but it also involves having perks. So you also can customize your loadouts to what perks you would want with these weapons. So if you want to be able to see enemies' footsteps not come up on UAVs, if you want, uh, what else? There's just like you can look at the perks and the aspects of it when you customize your loadout. So if you, like I said, you want this certain loadout with these certain perks, and you want to bring this battle royale, you basically can, but you gotta like go to one of these care packages or buy it yourself. And your whole team can do it. It's there for a certain time when you buy it, and then it goes away. But if it's like a world swan, basically, if it's a world airdrop, it's there perma. Now, moving on to what I was talking about the not the reviving, but the bringing back to life thing with the gulag and everything. The way this works is you go into this place called a gulag, and when it's your turn, you will 1v1 somebody. If you win, you come back yourself. But if you lose, your teammate has to buy you back. But if you come back and you die again, there's no gulag for you. You want to get it one time. You want to get one chance at it. So if you lose in the gulag or you just die after you do come back, you're completely done. I don't know why I fucking said it like that. You're done. You're dead. There's no bringing you back unless it's for your teammates buying your butt back. Like I said, it's $4,500 each. Now, the way you earn currency in this battle royale is that you either find it, you can like find it on players that you've killed, or you can take up what is known as contracts. Now, there are three different types of contracts in the battle royale. There is the recon contract, which is basically go to this certain location where there's a flag and you cap it. Now, on average, you probably won't find either people near it or people bothering you, because I've done it many times and I've not once been bothered, but that's the sign you won't be, because it does like shoot up like a flare or something to indicate somebody's here. Same with if you were to bring back your teammates. Like when you're bringing back your teammates, you buy them back, a flare shoots up indicating this is happening. There's the contract kill aspects of which you have to kill a certain player of a certain group. Now, like I said, being that this game only has trues at the moment, you might probably have to deal with the whole team itself. But if you can complete the contract of this, like the recon, you will be rewarded with good money. And the third contract is basically you gotta find these crates, basically like any other crate in the game, which you can open up to get certain items of like a weapon, ammo, gadget of some sort, like grenades, Uh, but they are legendary. You have to find three of them. You have to go find all three to complete the contract. You have to open up all three of them, which is like I think the best one. In the aspects of the contract, it's a good concept. I love it. It's cool how it works. But the thing is, like, you don't actually have to do them. Again, like I said, it's a battle royale. You don't have to use them to succeed. It helps, but it's not a hindrance if you don't. So you can just not have to do any contracts at all. You can just skip them and just have fun however you wish. You can do them all if you want. You can do none of them. They are not there to impede upon you or be a must. They're just there to help if that you wish to do them, which is nice. It's not like it was added like you must do this to really have a better chance of winning. It helps, but it's not a necessary thing. And then it really depends upon you and your team. Uh, what else is there? Gas. Let's talk about the gas. Now, the way the gas works, even with the first gas, which I've actually experienced, because there's these missions in Call of Duty, and there's even them for say the battle royale, which is you do certain objects. Fuck, I can't speak. Objectives into which you would then at the end most likely get what is known as the blueprint of a weapon. So it's a certain specific loadout to a weapon that the developers have made. But as you go through them, when you complete each task, you get at least something. Usually, like I said, at the end, you get the blueprint. But some of them don't. But one of them was in aspects of the first mission that you basically get that's auto activated. You have to activate them individually themselves. You can't have multiple activated. It's known as boot camp. And during the missions of boot camp, one of them is to take damage from the gas, or like spend a second of time in the gas. That's what it is. So you have to spend 1 second in the gas. I thought, okay, I'll just do it at the first stage. I'll just jump in by myself, no team. It shouldn't be too bad. And when I went to do it, it's like, wow, this thing does damage, and it's just the first one. So my thought was like in the aspects of like what was it, Battlefield 5's kind of how they have this ring of fire that's enclosing more and more and more. I expected that to do like some aspects of damage, like really work you. This one does more. It is harsh. And there's one thing though you can have. There's a gas mask. It will take damage for you. It'll just like it has a filter that just keeps dropping, dropping, dropping. And when you don't have to activate it. It's like when you're ever in the gas, automatically goes on, and you have it, so you won't take any damage from the gas. And it does also do some bit of damage to your armor, which I'll talk about the armor system here in a second because I just thought about that. But the gas, even like I said in the first stage, does damage. So I couldn't imagine what it does in the later stages. I mean, it's not the aspects like it's doing so much damage. It's like you're screwed. It's only aspects if you're just sticking in and you just allow it to be there, especially if you have to be in the middle of a gunfight and it's just hitting you. If you can, you if can't speak, you can get ahead of the gas. You can get out of the gas easily. The first stage doesn't move too quickly. It's just enough to where it's like it will damage you a bit, but you could get out of the gas in some aspects of time. If you're not too deep in the gas, away from the circle. Away from the non-gas area. But like I said, it does so much damage even in the beginning, and like it does a bit of damage to armor. It doesn't do much, but it does a bit of damage to armor. So if you ever find yourself like you're gonna possibly be in the gas, if you can find yourself a gas mask, do so. Now, dealing with the armor, also in dealing with aspects of Battlefield 5's Battle Royale, they took basically their armor system and improved it. Now, the way Battlefield armor, like I said, I can't fucking speak it. The Battlefield 5 Battle Royale's armor system works is you can hold up to a certain amount, and basically it's like if you take damage in the armor, it just covers the whole aspects of one's body. You just put in new armor. It's like you don't have to worry about like much of an armor system in Battle Royale Warzone, unlike Battlefield 5, where it's like you can have a vest which can take up to 2 armor, or you can find a vest that can take up to 3 armor, or what you have. That's I believe how the system works. I haven't played the Battle Royale there in a long time. I don't think much people have. At basically, at Battle Royale is basically dead. But you can hold up to a certain amount of basically plating armor and add in after aspects of your armor taking damage. Kind of works like I said the same way here in Warzone. There is not like the vest you have to have on. It's like you when you go into the battle route, you're auto set with 2 plates of armor, and you can add more. But the way the plating system works, if there's a bit of damage to 1 plate of armor, even if it's like just the smallest amount, you're basically replacing that set. So if you have half damage to a set of armor, it's only gonna replace that set. It's not gonna fill up to where it's like 2.5 sets of armor, where you were at a 1.5 set, or you were just at a half set of armor and it goes to 1.5 set. It's just gonna fill up that 1 bar. That's it. When you put in new armor, it's just filling up that bar. So you're not adding armor too much to it. You're basically, like I said, you're replacing like broken armor with non-broken armor. It's a little weird, but I understand. I understand it. They don't want to make it too overpowerful. With how you can do armor systems. And with the armor plating, you can hold up to 5 plates. So you can have 3 sets of armor with 5 platings on your reserve to put on. And one issue though I do have with this game, which is a weird system. Not sure why they did this. I understand, but I still feel kind of weird about it, and that is the health system. The thing is, like in the regular Modern Warfare aspects, with the health system here in Warzone, is you regenerate health. You don't have to worry about having a bunch of meds. You will automatically regenerate health. So the only thing that you have to ensure that you have plenty of is your plating armor. I mean, there are syringes about that you can have that will help you, regen your health much quicker, but that'll be the area where you'd have like your flash grenades, your smoke. I find that to be an unnecessary item to have because, like I said, you regenerate health, and you pretty much regenerate quickly too, just like in Call of Duty's Modern Warfare's base game. You regenerate health pretty quickly. So the health system with the syringes, it's like it felt weird that they have these syringes. I I don't know why they have them in there. Like I said, it helps you regenerate health a bit faster, but that's only if like you took some damage and you're out of the fight and you just quickly hit it, because like a second or two later it'll start regenerating and boom, you're good. Literally, it's that quick. So syringes, I would say leave behind. Seriously, there's no point to them with how the regeneration health system works. It's pointless. Either you will regenerate that health before you're back into the fight and you're good, or you're dead. Hitting that syringe ain't gonna probably help you at all. If you're being shot at, you're probably gonna be dead either way. Because the time to kill in this game is at a good average pace. It's not too quick, but it's not too slow either. You're not gonna I don't know, too much rounds. You can the way with the Warzone system works, it will take a bit of shots. It'll take at least 2 mags if you don't have probably stopping power rounds. But on average, you will probably take a couple of rounds into a person before you can kill them. If you stop them before they put in more armor platings for their armor. But overall, outside of those aspects of telling you what basically this battle royale is, I've had fun in it. It's enjoyable. I just hope soon we'll be able to have solos and duos. Because trios is okay and fun, but I want to play, sometimes solos, or I just want to have a friend and play with them, where it's just two of us in duos. You don't want to play solos and trios sometimes. It's fun, but it's just sometimes it's more like you're trying to have to be more passive because you don't want to just die immediately. But even if you do play solos, you will, I think, go into the gulag in time. Also, I just remembered, at a certain point of I think it's once you hit the third circle, because it takes a while to get to the zone small, because like I said, it's 150 players and it's a pretty big map that can hold those people. At some point, the gulag is shut off. You can no longer be brought back via the gulag, which I think was a good implementation, because this is a good, interesting system to have yourself be brought back, but it would have been overpowerful if you could constantly do it up to a certain point, up to the end circle, which is nice. It's nice. I like how they had it shut off at some point. That way, if you did, you did. It was nice. It was nice balance to it. But overall, it's a fun game. I would recommend playing it. Like I said, it's free to play, so you can just download it and try it out. If you don't like it, just move on. You didn't waste any money. You only possibly wasted a little bit of time. if that. But you might find yourself having fun. It is a good battle royale. It is fun and it's great that they have crossplay from the get go. Also with cross progression save. Overall, it's a good, fun game. I can't wait to see what they do else with it, being that it is free to play and it's its own map. I don't. I'm curious to how it's gonna work. If they're gonna bring in another map, if they're gonna like change up the map that there is currently, if they're going to hopefully will bring in solos and duos, as well as see if they ever do up the player count from 150 to 200. That'd be interesting also to fucking see. Overall, it's a fun, good experience to have, and I just hope they improve upon what they've kind of had a misstep with. Like I said, with the whole syringe thing there. It's like maybe it's like you get a boost of health. Instead of it just being at 100, it's at 120. That, like I said, the point of having syringes is to regain health, but with the regen system that they have for the health system, it's basically pointless at this point. And the whole jump master, hopefully they can implement a system where it's kind of like that, where it's like I don't want to jump. I'll let this person do it for me. I'll go with them. I'll. The only reason I see them being that way is because they haven't implemented a system where you can like parachute together, or it's just all you're all clunked together. I don't think they could implement the system correctly when they had to get to the release. So there's probably in the back being worked upon, hopefully. As well as like I said, hopefully they're going to be bringing in solos and duos. So there just might be some programming issues they might have here and there that they're just trying to work on, but they just really wanted to get this game out and get this, I guess, mode out for players to play and have fun. But we will see. We will see how it goes along from this point. I have no doubt they're just going to make improvements and smart decision left and right with this. It just because they started off with it being free to play, cross play. Started off just off the bat good, just awesome. Not many aspects of bugs or if there are any at all. I haven't come across. I'm not saying there isn't. And just overall, just a fun experience. I think it's a good, fun game mode just to have fun with friends and possibly make friends in general. Try going in there by yourself and just seeing if you can't find people that you click with. In this game. Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my opinions. I hope you're informed, possibly entertained, and I hope you have a rocking second day. Peace.